Hello, I'm Dave Ray, one of the members of the operations team here at ShelterBox. I'm here in Cebu in the Philippines. I'm currently here working as part of our project to open our sort of country office in the Philippines. So that's why I've been here. I'm here for the whole of July, and today, which is the 6th of July, I was just working away on some of the work I was doing, writing a report on customs brokers when we had we felt the earthquake that's happened sort of about 75 miles away on Leyte, which is a sort of neighbouring island here in the Visayas. So at the epicenter, it was somewhere between a sort of 6.5 to 6.9, so quite significant in size. Here in Cebu, I'm on the 8th floor of the hotel here, and I felt a distinct jolt. It obviously was an earthquake, having been in a few of them before. So I kind of, my first thing I did was look out of the window to see what everybody else was doing and if things were wobbling. And then after that, I kind of, got my grab bag with all my stuff in it, went downstairs and went to the emergency rendezvous point that's been arranged when you first get into country. So that was my initial movement, really, is to just sort of get my stuff together, which had all my emergency comms, food, water, and enough stuff to sort of be out and about for a good 24 hours or something, and go and stand in a nice safe place. And I was sort of watching all the people around, and life was basically just going on as normal. So whilst it was a fairly kind of chunky hit down here in Cebu, I think the Filipinos are such resilient people that they just kind of carried on as normal. So the next thing that I did really was to, once I'd sort of stood down and went back into the hotel, I started making phone calls to some of the partners that we've been working with here. So I called the Rotary, who was my first telephone call, firstly to sort of make sure that our sort of Rotary contact in the area was okay and his family were okay, which thankfully they are. And then to, sort of start the Rotary sort of coordination network going, which they did. Also telephoned the Red Cross local branch that we've been working with, and the national branch that we've also been working with, who are in the area doing sort of immediate needs assessments. So within sort of 20 minutes of the earthquake happening, we were coordinating with two of our main partners. So on the Rotary side of things, our main contact here in the Visayas has been in contact with the district governor, who's responsible for the area in which the earthquake was in, which is in Leyte, centered around the town of Ormoc, and some people might remember sort of Leyte and Ormoc words from Typhoon Haiyan days, because these were areas that were sort of part of the Haiyan landscape all that time ago. So that Rotary network is up and running, and I'm currently now at sort of 8 o'clock at night waiting for a phone call back from our Rotary contacts to see how Rotary are doing, and see what the damage assessments are in the area from their point of view, what the locals are doing, what the government's doing, and generally to sort of start building a picture of what's going on at ground level from the Rotary perspective. Same from the Red Cross perspective. We're in touch with the people who are at their sort of operations center and communication center here in Cebu, so they'll be running all the kind of field teams that are going out and about and sort of doing all those needs assessment, and we'll obviously sort of like cross-reference and coordinate those two together with the Rotary and the Red Cross. And we have a very limited amount of stock in country that has been here since Typhoon Haiyan, which is mainly tents. So obviously they've been made potentially available. They are stored with our Rotary network there, and obviously the Rotary network are saying, we are ready, standing ready and prepared to move any of that equipment should it be needed. So right now, this minute, we'll wait for a little while to see what these sort of networks come back with. It's not really making any of the kind of international news as far as I'm aware, so it's a very national thing at the moment. So it's kind of good that we were here. Plays into the hand of why we're here, to sort of create our sort of country office and have stock in country, more stock in country, so that we can be a real part of the sort of shelter response landscape here in the Philippines, and can be a part of those kind of swift responses and swift coordinations that happen in these sort of times. We're okay, we're in a good spot. We haven't really had many aftershocks. There's been a couple, but they were pretty low in magnitude, really. They were in the sort of 4s on the Richter scale, whereas the original one was up in the high 6s. So yeah, hoping for a good night tonight. I shall be sleeping with my grab bag next to me, ready to run out of the room again. So that's just how these things go, and we'll do everything we can to sort of get more information and sort of be a part of the response should that be needed. in the real world. So yeah, the next steps really are to really make sure that our stocks are on standby, find out those initial assessments of damage and casualties. If necessary, go to the area, do some assessments and coordination ourselves, and then move some kit. So yeah, we're in a fairly good place. So yeah, that's about it. So thank you very much and goodbye.